Hello, Professor Warsi here. Today I have another lesson on pronunciation for you. I just finished creating and uploading a lesson on pronouncing American English consonant sounds. In this lesson, you will learn how to pronounce American English vowel sounds correctly. So we will understand, practice, and perfect pronunciation. Vowels are essential for clear and effective communication, and so are consonants. Vowels are important because there is no word without a vowel, even if it's a monosyllabic word such as me or I, which is a diphthong. Vowels are needed. In this lesson, I will go over types of vowels, examples, and as usual, we'll practice exercises pronouncing American English vowels. So let's begin. The objectives for today are to learn the types of vowels, recognize vowel sounds in words, improve our pronunciation, and build confidence in listening and speaking. As our pronunciation of American English vowels improves, our listening and speaking skills will also improve as a result of that. Okay? If you haven't taken the previous lesson on American English consonants, please do before you take this lesson. All right? As I did in the previous lesson on consonants, I will pronounce each vowel slowly and clearly, and I need you to pronounce the sounds with me, or maybe repeat after me. So listen to the sounds that I'm pronouncing for you carefully and then pronounce them, okay? So what are vowels? If you remember, consonant sounds are produced by constricting or obstructing the airflow in the oral cavity. Vowels, in contrast, are open vocal tract sounds. Correct? So you do not make any constrictions inside your mouth in the oral cavity to produce these sounds. Vowels form the nucleus of syllables. So notice how I'm opening my mouth to produce these three sounds. E, oo. So I'm not touching anything with my tongue or my teeth. You just open your mouth and pronounce these vowels. E, oo. Okay. So there are 15 vowel sounds in total. Okay? There are 12 what I call pure vowels, and there are 3 diphthongs. First, we will pronounce the short vowels in English. I, e, a, u, and ah. These are all short vowels. There are 6 of them. I'll pronounce them one more time. So please repeat after me. I, e, a, u, ah. We will practice these sounds in words later. But for now, let's just go through all of the vowels in American English. Long vowels, there are 6, just as short vowels. E, a, oo, ah, and o. Let's do it one more time. E, a, oo, ah, o. So that's 12, right? These are 12 vowels in English. 6 of them are short and 6. The other 6 are long vowels. Okay, so what are diphthongs? There are 3 diphthongs, which makes it a total of 15, right? 12 pure vowels and 3 diphthongs. Diphthongs are a combination of 2 sounds, 2 vowels. I, as in high, sky. Ow, as in now, how. And oi, as in toy, boy. So consider the difference between short and long vowel. Bit versus beat. Bit, beat. Fit, feed. caught, 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 caught. Okay? So let's recognize some short vowels in English. They're called short because they're quick and they're not stressed. We just pronounced a couple of them. Let's do more. It, as in sit. Do you hear how short these vowels are? The short vowels is in it, sit, fit, bit. Okay. E is a short vowel. E, as in bed, met, set. Open your mouth wide. As in cat, fat, mat, sat. As in about, apartment. And is a short vowel. As in cook, book, foot. And as in caught. Okay? So it will be very, very important for you to distinguish between short vowels and long vowels. Okay? If you mix them up, interchangeably you pronounce sit may sound like seat, right? Or bit can become beat if you pronounce the longer vowel. Okay, so those were short vowels. Let's practice long vowels. Long vowels are clear and more sustained than short vowels. Do you remember the example of it, as in sit? It, that's a short vowel. And the longer vowel is e, as in seed, feed, bleed. A, as in fate, name, bait. E, as in set. A, as in said. Oo is the longer version of the short oo, as in cool, fool, and as in car, father, as in cod, cod, and o in boat. Now, if you have learned British English, this particular vowel sound, the long vowel sounds, is O in British English. But our focus is on American English vowels, right? So notice there's a slight O at the end of O. O as in boat, note. So practicing these sounds, these long vowels, will help you distinguish between short vowels and long vowels. So try to exaggerate the length during practice. It's okay if you're practicing pronouncing the American English long vowels or short vowels. It's just fine, but especially in the case of long vowels, say seat. And it's okay, it's exaggerated, it's longer, but just for the purpose of practice. Correct? Seat or meat or feet. It's all right to lengthen the vowels. Okay. So what are diphthongs? We went over short vowels, we went over long vowels, and as we learned, there are 15 American English vowel sounds. What are diphthongs? So a diphthong is a glide between two vowels, and I actually pronounce them for you. I, ow, and oi, right? So some examples such as in I in buy, ow in now, oi in toy. Now, focus on the transition between sounds. You may want to practice diphthongs like this, saying ow, ow, how. How are you? How are you? So you're just pronouncing these vowels in isolation, right? I and by, my, sky, fly. Okay? So far so good. Let's practice pronouncing minimal pairs. But what are minimal pairs, you ask? These are two words that look the same, sound the same as you pronounce them, but there is one sound that is different in each. Okay? So minimal pairs help distinguish vowels. It would be a good exercise for you to find some minimal pairs in English and practice pronouncing them. I'll give you a couple of examples and you will practice by yourself. Okay? Ship. That has a short vowel, right? Do you hear it? It. Ship. Ship. Versus sheep. E. Sheep. Ship. Sheep. So the vowel lengths are different, right? You have I and E. Caught. Caught versus caught. Or the fish, cod. Cod. So minimal pairs differ by one vowel sound. I just gave you two examples. Ship versus sheep. Caught versus caught. So repeat each pair and identify the correct vowel. Now let's try some vowel sounds in words, right? Can you identify the vowels in these words? So moon, moon. The vowel sound is oo. Pen, pen. The vowel sound is e, e. Light. It's a diphthong, remember? It's I. Light. Night. Might. So break down words into their vowel components, right? Look at the example I just gave you. I'm repeating them for practice. Moon, pen, light. Okay? So you could easily listen to audio. Okay? It could be a lecture or a movie that you're watching, or even listening to a popular American English song, right? You can hear the words and say, oh, I hear a long vowel there. Ooh, right? Okay. So listen to audio clips of these words. I'll pronounce them for you. Okay? Your job is to pronounce them as I pronounce and consider identifying the vowel sound. So if I say to you, cat, which vowel do you think I've just pronounced in the word cat? Seat, go, by. Cat, seat, go, by. All right? Now let's do more pronunciation practice. Okay? The sheep on the hill is ill. Okay? The sheep on the hill is ill. Which vowels did you hear in this sentence? Can you tell which ones are long and which ones are short? Here's a second sentence I'll pronounce for you. I might buy a kite tonight. Do you notice what are there? The pure vowels or the diphthongs? I might buy a kite tonight. This is good practice for you. So maybe record and then compare with native speakers of English. That'll be a good exercise for you. Okay? Now, I have a very interesting quiz for you. Match the vowel sounds to words. So they're not in the same order. I have all 15 vowels in the left column, and then there are words that are in the right column. Your job is to pronounce each of the vowel sounds in the left column and then find the words in the right column that corresponds to the sound. So for example, one is ah, read the words. Where do you see this vowel sound? Which of these words has the vowel sound? Number 1. Number 2 is oi. But I don't want to pronounce these vowel sounds for you. I have already done it. Now it's your time to practice pronouncing American English vowel sounds. So maybe grab a piece of paper and write the numbers of the sounds and the letters in the right column, and then see if they match up. Okay? Or maybe pause the video now and then do the exercise, complete the exercise by pronouncing and finding the words. So match the vowel sounds to the words, and I will show you the answers. Okay? So practice pronouncing, and see the answers, then you can compare. Okay? All right, here are the answers. I hope you had fun doing the exercise. Okay, so those are the numbers of the vowel sounds, and to the right, you have the answers, you have the words. So 1, for example, 1 is ah, and the word that has the sound, the vowel ah, is D, car. Car. Okay? So now that you have the answers, I need you to go back to number 1 and go through all 15 vowel sounds, pronounce each vowel, and then pronounce the words, okay, that go with them. Okay? All right. So some common challenges are try not to mix short and long vowels, right? If you want to say fit, you're so fit, do not pronounce the long vowel, because then it would become ungrammatical and people will be like confused. If you're trying to say you're so fit, you are so feet, correct? Feet is not the right word in that sentence. So fit, feet, bit, beat. Okay? Practice pronouncing minimal pairs, and practice minimal pairs and slow repetition. And exaggerate the sounds, as I said before. Exaggerate the sound. Make the vowels longer. It's okay because you're learning, right? It's not a problem at all. Practice as many times as you have to until you acquire the sound. Okay. Summary. So let's summarize the main points. Some of the key takeaways are: we understood what vowel types are. Can you tell? Do you remember? There were 6 short vowels, there were 6 long vowels, and there were 3 diphthongs, right? Practice regularly for improvement, and self-study is the best form of study. Use resources, listen to music, listen to English songs, watch TV, and pay attention to the speaker's voice. See how they enunciate vowels and consonants. Okay? Very good. So I have a little fun activity for you. Practice daily. There are so many apps and tools for English pronunciation. Try these tongue twisters. They're fun. Okay? She sells seashells by the seashore. So first pronounce each word slowly. And your goal, the challenge for you, is to pronounce each of the words clearly but naturally, as you would speak a whole sentence. She sells seashells by the seashore. Practice, okay? Practice it over and over until you can differentiate between sh, s, sh. She sells seashells, seashore. And to wrap this up, I have a really fun tongue twister for you. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where is the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? So have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I will be working on more pronunciation lessons. Okay, I have place and manner of articulation lessons for consonants, and I also have minimal pairs. So please be patient, bear with me, and I'll have another lesson uploaded soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.